Hi guys, so let's look at a quick update on Cardano. Oh my god, at least three of my trades played out really well, and you go and look at my previous videos, so at least you can find evidence there that I predicted it before it reacted, so which is really beautiful. So if you watched my previous video, right, on Cardano, I said I'm expecting a short buy move, and I think it was around this level right here. I said I'm expecting a short down move, a short upward move to this level right here, and I said my reason. Let me just recap my main reason why I said so. I said because we've been dropping a lot, right? Let me go to my daily time frame and let's see. Yeah, so because we've been dropping a lot, so I was expecting a retest, and that is my reason why. And my retest was based on this level right here, because you can see there was a break of structure around this level right here, and there was an impulse. So I was expecting when there's a break of structure, right, there's a break of structure, right, there is an impulse as well. I'm expecting a little bit of retracement, probably to another block or to an imbalance then we can now continue our move. And that was my main reason why I was saying I'm expecting a short buy move up to the other side before we now continue downtrend, right? And you can see, and that is also align up with my trend line, right? So I said, so when I draw a counter trend line right here, I said, so we can have like our first touch, our second touch, then there's a possibility it may come here for like the third touch before we now finally push down to our targets right here, which are imbalances that needs to be mitigated, imbalances that needs to be mitigated. Yeah, so my overall is still on this imbalance right here, but let's just focus on our current price action. So I said if we get to this imbalance right here, because there's an imbalance right here, if we get there, we might probably just push down. If we get to the imbalance right here, or there's a possibility it might just touch the trend line and continue to push down, and that's what we are seeing right here. So what next, right? Then I said, in case, because we are still on the downtrend in that way, let me just zoom in so I can explain that better. I said in case we break this level with a big engulfing candle, then we probably retest at this level. We might just continue to touch this next trend line right here, and that is because if you look left, right, there is a first touch here, there is a second touch here as well, then there should be maybe like a probability like there will be a touch right here before we now finally push down to our target, as I said before. But because of there is an imbalance, sometimes it doesn't actually retest exactly on the trend line. Sometimes it goes a little bit further on the trend line, and I know some people call it fake out or something like that. Yes, it can be called fake out depending on how the market structure works, because its trend lines are not always accurate. So sometimes it doesn't just bounce off of trend line, right? So that's why you don't use one strategy, right? You use a lot of confluences to back up your strategy. So sometimes it might not just reject off trend line. So I was saying that we might just there's a probability that we might just push up to this level right here, because if you look left, there is an imbalance to be filled at that level right here. So we might just get to this level, and that we can still count like a third touch of the trend line, even though it might fake out of that trend line before we now continue on our main target, which is at this level right here. But now let's now go to our current price action, and Let's see, right? Because I'm not actually convinced that it has broken the structure here, and my reason is because we can see this long wick rejection right here to push forward. So now that I'm seeing a long wick rejection to push forward, what will convince me that we are pushing by to this level is a break of structure. So we have to look for a break of structure first before we see. Let me go to a smaller time frame to see if I can see something. Yeah, so now just because it broke it doesn't mean it's guaranteed, because sometimes it just break it and it's still going to continue to push down to exactly as I said it. So to confirm to confirm that it might go upright, I need a break of structure to confirm it, and a break of structure to confirm it that I need is, I'm gonna just put like a scenario right here. So I need something like this. I need a break of structure. I need it to break the structure right here, right? Break the structure with like a coffin candle, let it come back to retest at any level right here of an imbalance, that we can now continue. So now to push it up to this my next level right here, which is 0.3977, what am I expecting? Just because it broke the structure, right? Just because it broke the straight line doesn't mean it's actually going up. Sometimes it's just a fake out to now continue downwards I predicted. But just to confirm that we are still going to get up to this level right here, like I said, we have to break structure around these levels right here, then come back to retest that level. So for buy, we should wait for a break of structure, right? We should wait for a change of character. So that will confirm more that, okay, because it has broken the trend line, now if you now see, now it's broke the trend line, right? And it's now coming down to retest. A retest on trend line, right? On trend line. So these confluences can make us buy. So these are the confluences for buy. So these are the confluences for us to buy. But exactly. So let's see, in case it's just like a fake out of this trend line before we now continue to push down out of this one, what will I be expecting if I want to sell, right? If I'm now seeing a downtrend, if I'm seeing a downtrend now, is I have to see a break of structure of this level right here. So I have to see something like this coming right to this level. Then I have to see a retracement. So maybe like an imbalance. There's an imbalance right here. So I have to see like a simple retracement of that imbalance right here. Then we now continue down. So this like a structure slash confluences we need for sales. So we just have to be patient to see how it reacts. Then that will determine if you are going to buy or if you are going to sell. Because as of right now, it's kind of like indecisive because it has broken the structure right here. But because it has broken the structure doesn't actually mean it's going to go on an uptrend. So we have to wait for both confirmations to see exactly where it is going. Either we are going to sell or we are going to buy. Hope this is helpful, and if you find it helpful, please don't forget to subscribe, like and comment. Thank you.